going on, guys? You know who it is. Pretty late subscriptions video this week. I know it's already New Comic Book Day, but as anybody watching my videos knows, I don't get my books till Friday. I went to a con on Friday. That's why this is late. Bear with me on this one because I've read a decent amount of comics in between these and since I've read these, so I may not remember everything that I've wanted to say. As far as digital codes go, some of these codes are already gone from when I showed my subs in my haul video. And those of you who wanted those, I apologize I didn't get those out. As soon as I'm done making this video, I'm going to send those out. I think that might be it. I should have a normal subscriptions video up this either Friday or probably Saturday. I'll get it up. But all of the digital codes that are left will be in the description box. So if it's there, ask me for it. Private message me or whatnot, and I'll get that to you. First book that I'm going to do here is Indestructible Hulk number 6, and we have Simonson on the artwork here. And this is just unbelievable how the different art can make the book have an entirely different feel. It doesn't even feel like it's the same story anymore. I don't agree with Hulk being able to pick up Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. I don't agree with it, but we'll see where it goes. The final page of this is Hulk saying Hulk is worthy of picking it up. I'm not a fan. It's also like an alternate dimensional Hulk, it seems. So, I don't know. It's not the normal Hulk, at least, as far as I can tell. Second book is Green Lantern, number 19. Wonderful gatefold cover here. But still, I'm not the biggest fan of Sinestro, or, even Hal Jordan for that matter. I jumped on this and enjoyed it for a while. I actually really enjoyed this issue, which is a bummer for me, because if I didn't, I was going to drop it. Simon Baz was also in this issue for a little bit, so as of now, I'm still on Green Lantern, but still no idea what's going on with their millions of story arcs. Masks number 5. I've been on this since number 1 because of the Alex Ross covers, and I don't know anything about these characters, but, I did like this issue. Once again, a book that, well, I wasn't going to drop it because there's only 8 issues, and this is already number 5, but I enjoyed it, which was awkward because I didn't anticipate to. I didn't like the first 4. All New XMen number 10. It looks like there's going to be some type of war between the younger X-Men and Sabretooth, along with Mystique and whoever else Lady Mastermind, who just be calling Mastermind now. But also there's people from the school leaving to join the new Charles Xavier school, which is Cyclops and that whole group. And there's a cliffhanger at the end of this one that says, somebody says they'll go, and they're all shocked and say, I don't who's going to be. I don't know why, but for some reason I think it's going to be Jean Grey. I could see it being Angel just because there's a lot of, there's been a lot of commenting about him not wanting to be there, but we'll see. Animal Man number 19. Repercussions of his son dying at the end of the Raw World. Love this issue. Love Ant-Man being Ant-Man. There's a lot of relationship turmoil now between him and his wife. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm glad Raw World's over. I can't wait to see Animal Man as Animal Man, not Animal Man in a broader picture. But, I enjoy it. I enjoy Animal Man. And he kind of gets his ties severed from the Red. He kind of only has half of his ties now to the Red. Because he tried storming in there and giving away the Animal Man power. It was different, and I'm excited to see where it goes from there. Dial H number 11. I'm still on this title. They've been solid. They haven't been the best books in the world. The Centipede character is interesting, but sometimes I feel the way he's drawn is sloppy, and you really can't tell what he's doing. They take Flash's power in this, and that is, if you read the last issue of Flash, they disappear, and it says see Dial H. Unbelievable, though. I knew this was going to happen, but I actually wasn't sure if this was actually in the main DC universe, because there was never any talk about any other superheroes or anything. I thought this was kind of a standalone universe. But it's good to know that it's not. It isn't. It is in the DC universe. Loved it, though. Really did. Excited to see how they go about, helping the Flash. Because the Flash isn't losing his powers. Or dying. He lost his powers, but he's not going to die, like they reference. Superior Spider-Man number 7. Ramos on the art here, which sometimes is okay, and other times it is just monstrosities. Wasn't that bad in this. It wasn't as bad as I was anticipating, judging by this cover. I don't know what it is about with noses, but he likes really awkward noses, really large or really fat. I don't know. But it was a good issue as far as I remember. I don't really remember this that much, so it must have not been that great. I think Thor calls him out of not being Spider-Man. He says, "You're not the real Spider-Man," and whatnot, but I don't know how they're really going to prove that. I think you'd need Reed Richards to prove that, and he is nowhere to be found. Then again, Captain America's in an alternate dimension, and he's still in every book, so. Hopped on this just because of the incredible genius of Mr. Jim Starlin. This is Stormwatch number 19. No idea what's going on. Not familiar with many of these characters at all. There's a few that I knew from somewhere, but I don't know where. I ran into them before. But I enjoyed this. I love Jim Starlin's writing. I just wish he was doing, at least layouts. Because when he writes with layouts, it just is mind-boggling. Age of Ultron number 4. And after the big reveal of last issue, I felt like this book stumbled a little bit for me. Wasn't a big fan. She-Hulk's dead now, whatever. It's whatever, though. 4 books in, though, and, only one was good to me. I'm not dropping it, but... Action Comics number 19, the book that's been so overhyped. It was in the back of every DC book for, 2 weeks. 3 weeks. And it did not pay off well. It seemed good, but it wasn't anything phenomenal. I love Superman, so it was good for that aspect at least. Earth 2 number 11, another one of those books that has just been, it's just been faltering for me. It was so strong when it started, and now, maybe it's because I'm not as familiar with Dr. Fate. If I got more familiar with Dr. Fate, I might enjoy it. If anybody has any recommendations of, main story arcs or storylines I should read in order to get myself more familiarized with Dr. Fate, please let me know, because I would be happy to read them. But, we have a Dr. Fate now, and he's come to save the Flash. And that's pretty much the book. We also have... This was just incredible. I was so blown away by this. Deadpool number 7. Anybody knows Deadpool and Iron Man are 2 favorite characters. And this book kind of goes back in time and says that this was a filler story that was written in the 70s. Or late 70s, mid-80s, or late 70s, early 80s, I believe. And it had kind of a minion of Mephisto going and paying Deadpool to get Tony drunk so he would lose his company to Stain, which was a big story arc back then. And there he goes, and there's all this banter. It's just great writing. Great writing, great jokes. Deadpool actually dons the Iron Man armor and flies around just getting wasted. This was an unbelievable book to me. This is what I've wanted out of a Deadpool book. This is what I've wanted out of these writers. This is what I've wanted since this started. And the Presidents lasted 6 issues. I just couldn't handle it. This is what I want to see. I want to see more of this. I know this is kind of a one-shot, but if the story writing continues like this, I'm be so excited. I loved this. This is one of my... the cover, paying homage to the famous Iron Man cover. Just great times there. And as great as that book was, actually, that is my pick of the week. I will say, Deadpool number 7 is the pick of the week. But a close second was Thanos Rising number 1. Huge fan of Thanos, and a huge kind of underlying story that could be created itself, because nobody really knows anything of the early times of Thanos. This shows his birth, tells about why he's purple, which many people don't know, which was his mutation at birth. Shows him on Titan as this genius boy who, kind of is very nice, but has an episode that turns him pretty crazy. And there's this girl here. I'm not familiar with her as of now. It's either not, functioning with me, or I don't recognize her right now. But there's this girl kind of pushing him along, trying to get him to be evil. I think it may end up being Death at one point, but I'm not sure about that. But this was just incredible. If you're a fan of Thanos, or if you just want to know more about the character, read this, because #1 was awesome. And I love the writing style. The art is phenomenal. It's Simone Bianchi. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but this book was just all around great. I can't wait for #2. Just pick it up. And then the last book of the week was Swamp Thing #19. And I like seeing Swamp Thing being worked into some of the current continuity of Superman, and he goes to Metropolis, and he's gonna fight Scarecrow, which is it seems like it should be a pretty good fight for him, because Scarecrow has all these potions and powders that are kind of based off natural ingredients that they may actually end up harming him. But as he knocks Swamp Thing out, all of his roots come up and start taking over Metropolis, and Superman's kind of just standing there, and he knows what's going down. But I'm excited to see the rest of this. He's also dealing with the effects of, kind of losing, somebody from Raw World, and we'll see what that's about moving forward. That being said, those are my books. That was an unnecessary pause. Like I said, it should be a normal subscription video up this Saturday, hopefully. Not that many books this week, I don't think. I don't remember what my subscription total came from when they shipped them out. But like I said, anybody who already asked me for the digital codes will get them as soon as I'm done with this video. You'll probably get them before this is uploaded, but just in case, I'm gonna try to get back to comments and whatnot after I finish this, and I think that's it. And if there's any digital codes left, whatever's left will be in the description box, so please check those out. Thank you for watching, and remember, have a great day.